Alright, hello guys again. This is Mr. Eeps back for another video of Let's Play Mass Effect. So when we left off last time, we had just recruited Liara to Sony. And now, in this video, before we go adventuring, I thought, let's go meet our crew, shall we? Let's go talk to everybody. So that's what we're going to spend time doing in this video. We're going to go and talk with our folk. We're not going in there yet, though. We're gonna... Ooh, it's loading. She's gone. I don't know where she went. Let's go visit Cade. Let's start over here. Useless.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
So freaking professional.
Link, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking
My
for
cat
records
is
of
meowing
some
at
kind of
me.
galactic extinction. But we
She
can't
did
get
again.
backup from the council?
She wants
Sorry,
attention.
Commander.
She wants me to stop
There's
playing these
writing on
games.
the wall here, but
Give her some
someone isn't
damn
reading it.
love. She's just gonna have to wait.
The council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems
See
like
what
a
he
group
did
that's
there?
been around as long as the council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Ugh.
Tell me about it.
Biotic
Caden,
acclimation
you're
and
kind of
temperance
insufferable.
didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Huh. Accidental. That's
Is there some
fun.
question about how you were exposed?
Right?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Huh. The hell is Jump Zero?
Zero is Gagarin Station, right?
Huh?
What's it
Okay.
like?
Gagarin Station. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Alright, let's see what's going
from
on.
home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a...
You're already
Besides, I've got
a
my past squared
whiner,
away.
Caden. I didn't hear what he said that last point. I was too busy complaining about him. Anyways, what's this one? It's empty. Ooh, what's this? That's something. Is this mine? Is this where I get to sleep? I'd like that very much, thank you. What's in here? It's Dr. Chocolate!
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Let's not talk to Chocolate
Goodbye,
right
Commander.
now. We're here for the other people. There's Dr. Tassoni.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Is she
You look
okay?
much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Dr.
You're in
Chakwas is
good
the
hands.
best.
Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I.
Not
I
gonna.
know you took a
just gonna
chance
posture
bringing
a
me
little
aboard
bit.
this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren.
That
I
is
promise.
very. Yes, thank you.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
I do trust
It means
her.
a lot to hear you say that,
She's
Commander.
a trustworthy lady.
Thank you.
All right. Let's
Tell
talk
me about yourself,
her.
Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds
Must be
dangerous.
lonely.
And lonely.
And lonely.
Sometimes
Oh.
I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or
We know where this is
privateers,
going.
but I was always careful.
Well, I
Until
do.
the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Why
You don't
is
like
that?
other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
You know, this is one of those decisions I don't like making. I don't know which thing. None of them
All
them
children
seem
rebel
right.
against their parents. It's a natural part of
until
growing
you
up.
actually hear what they're saying. Then they
You
all sound
share the
right.
wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious
excuse me.
figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm
Sounds like you
fascinating,
want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
right?
What?
God, get
No,
inside that head.
I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please,
Liara.
just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Liara.
Shepard.
Ah, that was a good conversation. I enjoy Liara's awkward children years. Children years? Child years. Young person years. Because that's what she is, a youngin'. Alright, let's go in the elevator. We're gonna go visit our friends down in the bottom. Our friends down in the bottom. Our friends down in the bottom. So now we got Ashley, Erdnot, Rex, and Mr. Garrus. Vicarian. Rex, Ash, Garrus. Let's start with the big boy.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Personal inquiry.
What's your
We're
story,
gonna
Max?
personally
There's no
inquire
story.
about him.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, I forgot about Tally. Come on,
You
give us
Krogan
a
lived for
short
centuries.
one.
Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
Isn't it? How is it not? Let's find out.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Yeah, Krogan have a
And I
lot
suppose it's
of
destroying
children.
your entire species?
I suppose
Fair
it
point.
isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me,
Oh.
Shepard.
We're ignorant.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What's killing you?
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details.
Wrong question.
They made
But,
it.
okay.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
They're also not fans
Ask
of
a
that stuff,
Krogan.
which is ironic.
Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out.
Excuse me.
And most of us never go back.
It's a very saddening thing when you think about it.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
He cares about his people, even if he says he gave up on them. It's very sad. My cat was meowing at things.
Commander,
She keeps staring at
you have a
me.
minute to talk.
Of course I do,
I keep an open door
Ashley.
policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex.
Uh-huh.
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies.
Yep.
At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't
trust the
trust
Alliance's
aliens.
allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
Exactly.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Ugh. So
You've got a
cynical of you.
pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive
Don't
is to
entirely
sick your
believe
dog
that.
on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not
everybody
really.
does
Members
it.
of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
It's not racism. Not really. Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that?
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right. I can see
I
where
see
your
it.
concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
Exactly.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about? I've seen that how many times, but it's the only time it's really making me laugh. Oh god, let's try it. Oh,
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command. Sir.
We'll talk later, Williams.
The thing I love about these games, the thing I love about BioWare games is the flirting is so awful. And her response was just pure comedic gold. Alright, let's see what Garrus has got for us.
Nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It was a tough decision you made.
Choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Sometimes we say things in the game, you know, you make a decision, a choice with your words, and he reacts violently! And it's... Whoa! Was not expecting that reaction. Jesus! Ooh. We have a big... Look at that thing. I don't know what it does. But it's big. Okay, let's talk to
Your
our...
ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
This ship is a little different.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
So
I had no idea
you like
found ship
ships.
technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
Holy.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
Hey, let's learn.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet.
I see.
This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Do they all? Yeah, that's
Can
a
a
good
captain
question. I don't
choose to
remember
reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Sounds a little dangerous,
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
doesn't it?
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Interesting.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
That's it.
I should go.
All
See you
right.
later.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have met and talked to all of our crew members for the first time. We've met Rex. We've met Ashley. We've met Garrus and Talia. Tali. Yeah, we've met Dr. Tassoni, Liara Tassoni. And we've talked to Caden. Alright, that is a loading screen. Again, hello loading screen, please hurry up, thank you. Alright, so that is everything for this episode. I'm just gonna get us to the top floor, put us in the commander seat. Alright, that is it for this episode. We have met all of our friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it interesting, if you found anything funny, if you want to see more of Mass Effect and its sequels after, then please leave a comment, subscribe, like, share, hit that notification button, do all of the things. You can't see the gestures that I'm making, but I'm making them. And I will see you in the next video.